Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Dian Rohmah and I want to explain about adverbials and others matters. The next, what is adverbial phrase? Based on grammar, the definition of adverbial phrase is a phrase that collectively modifies a verb, adjective, another adverb, or a prepositional phrase. Based on translations, the definition of adverbial phrase is type of phrase. The next, verb phrase containing just a lexical verb plus its complements. Adjuncts express a wide range of ideas, including manner, means, purpose, reason, place, and time, including duration and frequency. In addition to prepositional phrase or adverb phrase, can also function as adjunct adverbials. Many Many adverbs are not as easily identified as such by Lee. Example, morphology, particularly adverbs relating to time, again, yet, still, already, seldom, often, always, ever, and never. In addition to adverbial phrase and prepositional phrase, certain noun phrase can function as temporal adverbials. Last year, yesterday, tonight, tomorrow, the day before yesterday, the day after tomorrow, the afternoon, etc. And then levels of verb phrase. The difference in function between the noun phrase, those will gets functioning as a complement, more specifically as direct object, and the prepositional phrase in the spring a modifier, more specifically an adjunct adverbial. So, adjunct adverbials are modifiers of a phrase. As such, they must be represented in phrase markers as sisters of a phrase. Adjunct adverbials are modifiers of a phrase. The difference in function between obligatory complements of the verb and optional modifying adjunct adverbials is to be represented in phrase markers as follows. Complements of the verb are sisters of verb. Adjunct adverbials are sisters of verb phrase. And then the mobility of adverbial. This definition of complements into a lower basic verb phrase and adjunct adverbials into higher verb phrase looks nice and neat. Unfortunately, a very prominent characteristic of adverbials is that they can appear in all sorts of positions in the sentence, not just following the verb and its complements. Indeed, the very fact that you can move a prepositional phrase around in a sentence is a sure sign that it's functioning as an adverbial and not as a complement of the verb. Phrasal verb. Phrasal verb functioning as adjuncts or complements within verb phrase must be distinguished from another apparently similar structure. A defining characteristic of particles is that they can appear in a position after the direct object non-praise. Particle movement provides a reliable test for distinguishing between phrasal verb plus direct object non-praise and verb plus prepositional praise. The particle can only move over a direct object noun praise. And then the next is ellipsis. Now that I've introduced adjunct adverbials and distinguished them from the complements of the verb, we must look at a general issue that has a bearing on that distinction and thus on verb subcategorization. The omission from sentence of grammatically obligatory elements capable of being understood in the context of use is called ellipsis. Ellipsis creates acceptable but non- nonetheless grammatically incomplete utterance. Syntax is concerned with the form of sentence without taking into account the effect of uttering sentence in a context. And then sentence adverbials, subject adverbials. Subject adverbials can appear in a variety of positions, not only at the beginning and the end of sentence. The representation of subject adverbials as sisters of subject within another S is again a simplification, however, like for praise adjunct adverbials. Subject adverbials can appear in a variety of positions, not only at the beginning and the end of sentence, but actually inside the sentence they modify. I think enough. Thank you very much. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.